whole damn seal. I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s.
What's good, guys? It's your boy the Pat Attack back here, about to bring you a new video on my channel. Still getting over a cold, like I told you guys last night, but I'm here to post another video for you guys. I'm going to try and start being more consistent with videos. So yesterday I did the video on the RIP of Kobe Bryant. I'm still going to say RIP to Kobe Bryant, the second day of, and it's still in our heads right now. It's definitely another tough, it's going to be another while till we get over this, but so RIP to Kobe Bryant and his daughter. But before we get to this video, I need you guys to go like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the post notification for more videos to come. Go check out my Instagram, PatBuckets07, my chat, PatBuckets07. Go check out my girlfriend, Destiny, and hit on her channel, Destiny Rogers. I will have that link in the description below. And yeah, like I said, guys, you guys will go back to that Kobe video. Before I start this video, go back to that Kobe video I posted last night. Please give a like for Kobe Bryant. Not for me, not for the video. Just press the like button for Kobe Bryant. It's definitely a thing that I gotta start trying to do more, is giving likes for Kobe Bryant, because he deserves all the likes he can. So please go to my comment section. Let's see how many likes we can get on that video, on our RIP Kobe video. Please give him a like. And yeah, let's get today's videos. As today's video, I'm gonna be predicting Super Bowl. And I'm trying to remind myself what Super Bowl this is. So many Super Bowls we've had, so I gotta remind myself. This is 54. So Super Bowl 54 from Miami. As you know, we're going to be seeing the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs, what's expected to be a high-scoring affair. Patrick Mahomes versus Jimmy Garoppolo. Tom Brady's backup quarterback, now the starting quarterback of San Francisco 49ers. This year, no Patriots in Super Bowl for the first time in a while. We're not going to see a Manning or a Brady in a Super Bowl since 2012. But here we go, new Super Bowl, a new chapter probably starting. And a lot of people are excited. So let's go into the storylines going to the Super Bowl for both teams. Let's start with San Francisco. This team has struggled for the last couple of years. The last time they were relevant was that 2013 season, the year after they made the Super Bowl, which they lost to the Seattle Seahawks. They made previously the Super Bowl the year beforehand with Colin Kaepernick. But then lost the next year to Seattle with him as well. Colin Kaepernick, we all know what happened to him. So now San Francisco's gone through this rebuild. They've been 2-14, 2-14. I think last year they went like 2-14 too. It hasn't been easy for them. And they decided to make a trade. So the Patriots had to make a decision, either to keep Tom Brady or keep Jimmy Garoppolo. And when they decided that they wanted to keep Tom Brady and trade Jimmy Garoppolo, San Francisco came calling, and San Francisco gave the Patriots a second-round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo. So fast forward to last year. Last year, Jimmy Garoppolo got injured. I think it was week 2 against Kansas City. He tore his ACL, and the team wasn't the same ever since. And this is a dude, granted, that won his first 2 starts as a Patriot, and was 5-0 in his first 3 starts. It was week 3, or week 4, so it started 5-0 in his career. Sorry, guys, about the nose. It's really stuffy right now still. But back to what I was saying. He started 5-0. So they give him this contract. They give him this extension, 4-year, $100-something million or $200 million contract. So fast forward to this year. What a turnaround. This team goes 14-2, I think. Or 12-4, it was either 14. I don't know, it was 12-4. This team goes 12-4. And they're a number 1 seed. Jimmy Garoppolo has a bounce back year. Their defense was second best of the Patriots' defense. And then they go into the playoffs. They beat the Minnesota Vikings, a shocking Minnesota Vikings team, who should not have been there. They played New Orleans first in the wild card and just stuck by them. And completely blew them out of their building, and then they played Green Bay in the NFC Championship, and they blew out Green Bay too. They still have the best defense in the league. Jimmy Garoppolo's yet though to show what he can do with his arm in the playoffs, as they've been using the running backs from Breida to that Monster guy who had over 200 yards last week in the NFC Championship. So that's one team. Then we got the Kansas City Chiefs. The team that lost to the New England Patriots last year in the AFC Championship, able to get by this year. So what's their story? Well, their story is they're an 11-5 team. They had to go through the wild card. They lost to Patrick Mahomes for 4 weeks, but they were able to stay inside there. They lost a lot of home games this year. But they won their last 3 games, and they got to that number 2 seed. That's 12-4 team. So they ended up 12-4. With the Patriots losing to Miami, they got the 2nd seed, so they got an easier chance to get in there. And the Patriots may have been a different story. So they didn't have to play Wild Card Weekend. They got to wait. So then Houston beats Indianapolis. Not Indianapolis. Houston beat trying to remind myself who they beat. Oh, Buffalo. They beat Buffalo in the first round. And then the Tennessee Titans shocked the Patriots on that same night. So next week, KC plays Houston, and it started off. They were shocked. They were down 24-0 out of nowhere. They scored 51 straight points to win the game, and they take over Houston. Then last week in the AFC Championship, they faced Tennessee, and Tennessee had no shot. They start off well. They're up 10-0, but after that, it was all Mahomes and all of them. It was all Kansas City. So when we look at the two sides, and we compare the two sides, we start talking about who has the better offense, who has the better defense, who has the better running back, who has the better, who has the better quarterback, who has the better receiving core. So let's start with that. Let's start with quarterback. Right now, you have to give the edge to Patrick Mahomes, the MVP of last year. The dude's, it's terrific. The man can throw any kind of pass, and for some reason, it's always accurate. From no looks to fade around, he looks like Brett Favre 2.0. And like I said, Jimmy Garoppolo's had his moments, but he hasn't had his moments in big-time games yet, because they've been relying on the run. So right now, you have to give the benefit of the doubt right now to Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. But now we go to running back. And before last week, you could have put it up in the air, being that both teams don't have the greatest running back, sure. But what you saw last week, you have to give it to the San Francisco side and give it to their running back. I think it's Morsted, or whatever his name is. The dude ran for 240 yards, and they still have Matt Breida, on that team. And they can use other guys in the backfield also that can get them run. They're easily over KC's running backs. They have Williams, and they have a aging LaShawn McCoy, which we haven't seen much anyways in this playoffs. And they don't even run the ball often, because when they do, they don't go nowhere with it. So you have to give the edge to San Francisco there. Now it's where it gets tricky. The wide receivers. Who do you give it to with the wide receivers? Because if you look at San Francisco, they got Sanders, who they got in trade this year. They have the rookie. They have that rookie. I think Samuels. And then they got Kittle. Right now, a lot of people say the best tight end in the league. But then for KC, you got Kelsey, which again, that's going to be the funnest thing, to see Kittle versus Kelsey in the Super Bowl. You got Kelsey, you got Hill, you got Watkins, and you got other guys. Right now, I would give the edge to KC, being that I still haven't seen what Garoppolo has done, but we know how good Sanders can be. When he's, we've seen him in the Super Bowl before. Sanders has been in 2 Super Bowls, if you guys remember. He played in the Seattle Super Bowl with Denver, and he also played against Carolina with Denver. So he's been there. KC hasn't, so that's going to be the one difference, I feel like. That's why you could maybe give the... I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to KC. Offensive line, I feel like it's a dead even. I don't know which side to go. I'm going to put that as dead even. Both teams have great offensive linemen. And that's going to help them. And if Garoppolo if Garoppolo and Mahomes can stay in the pocket, can, not get hit, not get sacked, this is going to be a high-scoring game. It can go either way. I'm going to give that dead even. But now we go to defense. And this is no comparison. It's not even close. San Francisco's got the better defense. They were the number two defense this year to the Patriots, who were number one. They were outstanding. They do not allow points. They do not pull out points. They don't allow a lot of yards on the rushing or passing. They always with the receiver with Sherman, with everyone else on that line. Sherman just makes that line much better. And he's back to being that Pro Bowl corner that he used to be. When you see KC's defense, they've not been good the last few years. And they don't have a defensive coordinator that's that good. They played okay. They played well last week. But I don't think they can keep it up. It's KC. They just do not play well defense. They have too many penalties. And if they continue to get penalized, they're not going to win the Super Bowl. Kickers, I have to give it to the KC kicker because he's been more accurate. But they really have a good kicker on the other side. And coach, that's the question. Do you choose Andy Reid? Or do you choose Kyle Shanahan? I'm going to go with a shock pick. I'm going to go with Kyle Shanahan. But I still don't believe in Andy Reid. One bit. This is the dude that took Philadelphia, if I can remember clearly, to 5 NFC championship games in a row. From 01-05. And he lost 4 or 5 of them. And the one time he got to the Super Bowl, he lost. This is Andy Reid's second Super Bowl appearance. He's the same situation he was in 05. Facing a Patriots-style quarterback. A dude that came from the Patriots, but this time plays for a different team. And even though Kyle Shanahan blew that 28-6 lead to the Patriots, I'm still going with him. So now to my prediction. Who do I think is going to win the Super Bowl? Will it be finally Andy Reid getting that title that he's been waiting for his whole career, and Patrick Mahomes getting that first title for KC? Or will it be number 7? No, it'll be number 6. And number 1 for Jimmy Garoppolo for San Francisco. Who do I go with? Well, I'm going with the quarterback that the Patriots thought was smart enough to get rid of. I'm going with the team that has the better defense, has the better run game, and at the end of the day, when you sit behind Tom Brady for as long as Jimmy Garoppolo has sat behind him, you know how you see how you can win big games. And Jimmy Garoppolo has 2 titles, and he didn't even play the games. He's been there. He may not play, but he's been there. And he's sat behind the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers to win the Super Bowl and win their 6th Super Bowl title. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Again, we said that last year. It ended up being one of the lowest-scoring games in history. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think this could easily go into the 50s. But I'm not going to go that far. I think San Francisco wins 42-35. I think it's going to be... Actually, no, I'm going to do 45-35. They win by 10 points, and San Francisco wins the Super Bowl. And Jimmy Garoppolo gets his first as a San Francisco 49er, and first as a starting quarterback, his third overall. And San Francisco continues the legacy while Andy Reid continues to lose in Super Bowls and in big-time games. That's my prediction. Well, I want to hear what you guys' prediction is. So go down to the comment section and tell me, who are you going for in the Super Bowl? Are you going for KC or you're going for the 49ers? And please tell me the score. I'll put it also in as a... I'll put it on top too as a poll. Who are you guys going for? 49ers or KC or the KC Chiefs in the Super Bowl? Other than that, guys, that's going to end my video for today. I just wanted to come out here and do my prediction for the Super Bowl. First time I've done that too. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, please go like this video, give it a subscribe, and turn on the post notifications for more videos to come. Please go see my Instagram at PatBuckets07. Please go see my girlfriend Destiny's YouTube channel at Destiny Rogers. It will be in the description below. Well, but other than that, guys, Pat Attack is out for tonight, guys. And remember to stay positive through everything, even through the toughest situations. Always think positive. Till next time, guys, this has been Pat Attack, signing off. See you guys next time. Peace.
Niggas can say what they want, They must not want me to win. This shit not capital 10. I lost a friend. I see a op, I gon' win.